Jai Swaminarayan, myself Kumudini Nalaude, Atmiya Green School, Standard 6th. We are seeing the use of variable. So, in the previous video, we studied the use of variable in geometrical formulas. Okay, so let's study the rules, the variable used in the rules of arithmetics. Okay, so let's start. So, in the whole number chapter, we have studied the properties, commutative property, associative property. Okay, so let's take any one example. Let's start with commutative of addition of two numbers. Okay, so let's take an example. We know that 4 plus 3 7 and 3 plus 4 7. That means when we add one number to other, we get same answer as when we add second number into first number. Get it? Okay. As we seen in the chapter on the whole numbers, this is true for any two numbers. This property of the numbers is known as the commutative property of addition of numbers. Okay. Now, commutative means interchanging. Commutative, the order of numbers in addition does not change the sum. The use of variables allows us to express the generality of this property in a concise way. Okay, so let's take a and b as two variables which can take any number a value. So here we have taken the numbers 3 and 4. So we are now we are now studying the use of variables. So instead of taking numbers, take any two letters, alphabets we can say. Here we have taken the alphabets, or we can say take the variables a and b. Okay. So see here, if we add a plus b, okay, if we add a plus b, where a and b are stands for any number, any different two numbers. Okay, so we will get b plus a. Get it? Once we write the rule in this way, all special cases are included in it. If a is equal to 4, b is equal to 3, then we get 4 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 4. Not only one digit number, we can take two digit number also. If here we take taken 37 plus 73, we get 37 plus 73 is equal to 73 plus 37. Forget about it. Take 12 plus 90 and 90 plus 12. We get same answer. Understand? Instead of taking any numbers, we have taken the two variables. Get it, everyone? Okay, let's start the next. Commutative property of multiplication of two numbers. So we have seen the chapter on whole number that the multiplication of two numbers in order of the numbers being multiplied doesn't matter. For example, 4 into 3 is equal to 12. If we multiply 3 into 4, we get 12. Right now? So, 4 into 3 is equal to 3 into 4. Right? This property of numbers is known as commutative property of multiplication of numbers. Commuting means interchanging of the order of the numbers. Multiplication does not change the product. Using variables a and b, in such cases, we can express the commutative of multiplication of numbers as a multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a. Okay. Note that a and b can take any number of value. They are variables. Okay. See here, 4 into 3 is equal to 3 into 4. Instead of one digit number, we can take two digit number, that is 37 multiplied by 73, we get 73 multiplied by 37. Forget about it. Once again I will take the example of 24 multiplied by 16. If you multiply, we get the same answer if we multiply 16 into 24. Clear? Okay, let's suppose the next property, that is distributive property of numbers. Suppose we are asked to calculate 7 multiplied by 38. We obviously do not know how to the table of 38, right? So what we do, we have done the next thing, that is 7 into 38 means 7 multiplied by 30 plus 8. So it is easy, we can multiply 7 by 30 plus 7 into 8. So we get 210 plus 56, that is 266, right now. This is always true for any three numbers like 7, 30 and 8. This property is known as distributive of multiplication over the addition of numbers. By using variables, we can write this property of numbers also in general, conscious way. Okay, so let's see. A, B, C are the three variables. Each of them can take the any number. Okay, then what will be the rule? Say, see here, A multiplied by in bracket B plus C means A multiplied by B plus A multiplied by C. Okay, you can take any three digits and you can apply, instead of taking A, B and C, you can take any three digits which does not depend on each other, and you can check this rule. It is we can see that it is followed. Okay, so the properties of numbers are fascinating, and you will learn many of them is study the numbers this year, and in your latter study of the mathematics. Use of the variables allows us to express this property in very general and another way. One more property of the number is given in question 5 of exercise 11.2. To find out more such properties and numbers, learn to express them into variables. There are so many properties in arithmetic also. So I think we have see here 2 or 3 properties. Okay, if you want to prove or express more the properties, you can take variables, okay, instead of numbers, and you can prove it. Okay, so in this videos, in the first video we see how variables are useful in geometrical rules, and in second we study about the arithmetics. Get it? So in the exercise 11.2 we see how to use the variables in different properties. Okay, so first of all, before starting exercise 11.2, you have to read all these properties carefully. Okay, so we just studied, but you want it is necessary to read this property and you have to understand properly. After that I will start to exercise 11.2, because it is very necessary that you have to know how to use the variables. Okay, you have to follow the you have to first of all understand which formula we are going to prove, then the variables how to use. Okay, and after reading you have to read the these examples in exercise 11.2. they are related to geometrical rules, otherwise arithmetical rules. Okay, so read the all examples in 11.2. okay, don't solve it, but you have to read it, then you understand which formula and how can we use it. But after reading you have to understand, otherwise I can say you have to know all the formulas that we are going to prove. That is in the first example there is a formula of perimeter of equilateral triangle. Then I am expecting from you have the knowledge of what is perimeter and what is equilateral triangle, right now. Then next is about the regular hexagon. So you have clear idea which is hexagon has known as regular hexagon, and how many sides are there for hexagon. Okay, so a third example, it is about cube. So cube is a three-dimensional figure and its all sides are equal. These all basic knowledge you have to. Then and then only I will start exercise